What's going on, Giants fans? Coming at you with another New York Giants video, and breaking news has just dropped. New York Giants offensive lineman Nate Solder has just opted out of the 2020 season. Now, we've already have a ton of NFL players opted. I think we've had over 20 NFL players opt out of the season due to, it might be health concerns or due to other things, but Nate Solder has opted out of the season. Now, I definitely saw this coming because we all know Nate Solder did have a child have a battle with cancer, so this definitely does make sense for Nate Solder to opt out of the season so he can protect it, he can protect his family. So I do respect Nate Solder for doing this, but now we definitely have a huge hole on the offensive line. Who will come in and fill it? It definitely could be Jon Halapio. It could be Nick Gates. There's a lot of guys who could come fill in the left tackle or the right tackle position because Nate Solder will no longer be on the Giants. Most likely will never play a game in a Giants uniform ever again because this is the last year on his contract. So we will most likely not have Nate Solder in a Giants uniform ever again. So maybe this opens up a spot for, a guy like Nick Gates or a guy like Jon Halapio. Obviously Nick Gates didn't play too much last year, but did play pretty well when he was on the football field, and Jon Halapio really struggled for the Giants last season. And he was the guy on the Giants who had a lot of promise going into last year and really struggled. So I don't expect Jon Halapio to start. I think it'll be Nick Gates to start because obviously we know Matt Peart is probably not ready. He's probably not NFL ready just yet. We'll see how he does in training camp, but right now I'm pretty sure we know that Matt Peart's not ready for the NFL yet, so it'll most likely go to Nick Gates or Jon Halapio for probably the start of the year, and then maybe halfway through and near the end of the year, Matt Peart will come in and play right tackle, because obviously we drafted Andrew Thomas, who is a left tackle, played all left tackle in college, and he never really played right tackle, so Andrew Thomas will definitely get obviously the starting job as the left tackle because we don't have Nate Solder. Andrew Thomas will definitely be starting at left tackle, and Nick Gates could get, Nick Gates or Jon Halapio definitely could start at right tackle. Those are two guys who could definitely get the start, and maybe the Giants go out and sign someone, and, like a guy who hasn't really signed with the team yet. Maybe the Giants go out and sign someone. I doubt that. I feel like they would either start Halapio or Gates, because I don't think Matt Peart is NFL ready just yet, but Nate Solder has opted out of the season, and I definitely respect him for it. If you have once again, if you've had a child who has had a battle with cancer, I think it definitely makes sense for Nate Solder to opt out of the season. I respect him for it, although Nate Solder might lose a lot of money, lose a lot of money for this. Family comes first, and I think this definitely makes sense for Nate Solder to opt out, so I'm not going to get mad at him for it, even though Nate Solder has been a complete disaster for the Giants, and he's the highest paid offensive lineman in the league, and he will not be playing for the New York Giants in the 2020 season, and we'll probably never have a Giants, we'll probably never play for the Giants ever again, because this is the last year on his contract, so Nate Solder will not be playing for the New York Giants in 2020, so this definitely opens up a spot for a guy like Nick Gates or a guy like Jon Halapio, and we'll see how they do. We'll see what the Giants do here. Obviously, a big hole at right tackle, and we'll see what the Giants do here. I think Halapio or Gates would be the guy to fill in for Nate Solder. Obviously, Nate Solder won't be playing, so I think Nick Gates or Jon Halapio will be the guy to fill in for Nate Solder at right tackle. So put it down in the comments below if you're a Giants fan. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think it was the right thing for Nate Solder to do? I think it was. If you've had a child battling cancer, I do think it makes sense for Nate Solder to opt out of the season. So who do you think will start at right tackle? Do you think it'll be Gates? Do you think it'll be Halapio? Do you think it'll be someone else? Put it down in the comments below. And do you think Matt Peart gets the job right away? I really don't see Matt Peart as a Week 1 starter just yet. I don't think he's NFL ready. So I see a guy like Nick Gates or Jon Halapio stepping in and playing right tackle for the New York Giants in the 2020 season. So Nate Solder has opted out of the season. We might not have more Giants players opt out. Obviously, we've had a lot of New England Patriots opt out of the season. We've had some other players opt out, but not a lot of big players in the NFL have really opted out just yet. But obviously, I think the deadline to opt out is sometime in August. It's something like that, but a lot of NFL players have opted out already, and once again, we're probably going to see a lot more NFL players opt out of the season because it's football. You're going to be touching once again, you're going to be touching the opponent every single game. It's not like baseball where you're spread out and all that stuff. In the NFL, you're going to be tackling everyone, you're going to be touching everyone, so it's going to be very tough for the NFL season to play out. But we'll see what happens. But Nate Solder has opted out of the season. What are your thoughts on that? Put it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions. So that's going to do it for this video. Nate Solder has opted out of the 2020 season. I think Nick Gates or Halapio will fill in for Solder and play right guard for the Giants, or right tackle rather, play right tackle for the Giants in the 2020 season. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace. Let's go Giants.